I think Joe 90 turned out very well, but I think the team themselves were beginning to get a little tired.
And I think there was quite an air of almost depression in the effects studio.
Sometimes I wonder if it was us at the top there losing our grip, or things not going well with us that reflected.
Gerry Anderson, when I first met him, I was very taken. He was another person who was very passionate about the film industry and making films. And sadly, after a few TV series, and he took an office suite at Pinewood, there was a separation, and we found ourselves very much the poor relatives over on the Slough trading estate.
A company reaches its peak in their moment in time, and I think our peak was Thunderbirds.
I didn't think about it at the time. Looking back now, I'm thinking, I wonder if it's because we ourselves were getting a bit divided.
Well, as I showed Lou all the films I made as soon as they were finished. And as soon as Stanley Unwin went into his gobbledygook,
Henry Bold,
Lou jumped up, shouted to the projectionist, "Cut, cut, cut, stop, stop, put the lights up." And he said, "Cancel the show, Gerry. Just finish off the first 13. And I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, people will never understand him in America." And I said, "But Lou, that's the whole point. They're not supposed to understand. Never. And that was the end of that one.
The puppet era was definitely coming to an end.
I think we'd already seen the writing on the wall. Lou Grade had a more difficult job on with ATV and all the rest of it, so it's all beginning to fade a bit.
It was a big blow when Gerry said we're closing down and we're just selling everything.
It seemed to me as if things were sort of winding down a bit, because the main crew had gone off to make the live-action film, which was obviously much more exciting to Gerry, because it was live-action instead of puppets, which he never really wanted to do.
Quite a few of us got together. We tried to talk the powers that be into it, that, OK, you go off and do the live-action series, and we can make this work. We can still make this a success. There's no reason to give it up. We really tried hard to keep it going.
I don't know whether I was relieved, pleased, or disappointed. I can't remember. You know, I think I was all three. Because it was 12 years. It was 12 years of pure enjoyment, really. You have great moments in time, and I think it was time to close the shop.
What an extraordinary story, Parker.
Quite, m'lady.
And such a shame that it should all come to an abrupt end. But tell me, Parker, what happened when the studios closed?
A company had been called in to demolish everything within the studios. And we had guys with sledgehammers just coming in and dragging all the sets out into the field at the back of the studio and smashing them up and putting them into skips. The fact that everything we'd been doing for the past so many years was being destroyed in front of our eyes, I mean, certainly brought tears to my eyes. And the shock of it happening, and the shock that you walked away from the studio on that final day with a pile of skips behind you, which was your last 4 years' work, crushed into rubble, was a pretty hard thing to swallow. And it left quite a mark on me.
I suppose one of my great regrets was when Century 21 finally folded. You looked around the place and you saw this wealth of talent that had been assembled slowly over the years, and then suddenly here was this whole thing being broken up, and it seemed a very sad time to me.
It's really good to see, you know, this very, very nice recreation of what it used to be like, and to have brought back all these memories and to get us all here together as well, and to remember lots of people that we've loved and had fun with, and some of them who've passed on, and it's just really, really nice. Thank you.
Great meeting. Very good.
I was lucky enough to work on the most successful set of TV series for children. And they're still watching now. 50 years on. They're still good. Entertaining. Yeah, it was fun.
I still am so proud of being part of Thunderbirds.
I am extremely flattered that I am, in a small way, associated with someone who I think was a creative genius.
At the time, we didn't realise we were going to be such an important part of film history, and it's really surprising that we are.
It was the best time of my life in the film business, really. The very best. It was just pure joy to be with so many really great people, just who had a zest for life.
They were real pioneering days, and they were a lot of fun, in fact.
It was tough. I nearly had a nervous breakdown in the middle of it. But, you know, I'd do it all again, for sure.
Would I do it all again? I should have to think very seriously about that one.
Well, I think up here, yes. Down here, no.
Well, it'd be the opposite way around.
And I was suddenly introduced to this mad lot of people who let me have a wonderful time
Playing with puppets. And at the end of the week, they pay you money as well.
I personally, like you, I owe him huge amounts.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Huge amounts.
We do.
We really do. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Gerry.
Thank you,
Gerry.
Could I say something to you, Parker? In your luggle, I'm very grateful to you for all the inspiration you've given me and all the success I've been able to have in the voice field. It's all down to you, Cock. Goodbye.